All right, our question today is, what is division? What do you think division is? Tell me what you were just talking about with your neighbor. I haven't taught you anything, so there's really not a real wrong answer. I want to know what you think. Maddie, what do you think is division? Okay, so we have divided, we have equal groups, maybe. Piper, what do you think division is?
I think it's the opposite of multiplication. Like if you do 6 divided by 8, you take away one of those numbers, maybe?
Okay. Kinda. Colin? The same as subtraction? Maybe. Maybe. Jackson?
I think it's dividing numbers into equal groups.
Dividing numbers into equal groups. Anybody else have a different thought? Alright, stand up. Push your chair in. You are all one group, and I want you to divide yourself into 2 equal groups. Go. All of you are one group. I need 2 equal groups. So there were 16 of you originally, and I wanted you into 2 groups. I said divide yourself into 2 groups. And then there were 8 of you in each group. The second time, I pulled some people out, and there was only 15 of you. And I told you to divide yourselves into 3 equal groups this time. And then there's only 5 of you in each group. And then I took some more people out, and I said, okay, there's 14 of you. Yes. And I divided you, or you divided yourselves, into 7 equal groups. And there were 2 people in each. And then this last time, there were 12 of you, and you divided yourselves into 4 groups, which gave us 3 people in each group. Some of you are starting to see a pattern. All right, go ahead and get out your counters.
Okay.
And then I need specifically 12 counters out. Okay. Go ahead and get out your counters. I need 12 counters. They either need to be all red or all yellow. I don't care which one. And I want you to divide those counters into 2 groups. Divide those 12 counters into 2 groups. So I should see 2 groups. That's it. Not groups of 2. 2 groups. What do you need?
My dad told me that division is just how much time does it take this number to make.
Kind of. That's a very simple way of thinking of it. You should have the same number in each group. So if you think you have divided it into 2 groups, make sure your groups have the same number. How many counters are in each group? Sabrina? 6. Divide it into 3 groups. Divide your group of, or your 12, instead of 2 groups now, I want you to put it into 3 groups. Make sure all your groups are even. You don't want one group to have 10 and the other group to have 1. That would not be fair. You need 3 groups. How many are in each group now? Elliot? 4. 2. divide it into 4 groups. Now I want 4 groups from your 12 counters. Make sure, Ryan, you're thinking for yourself, not just copying Sabrina. Make sure your groups are even. I want 4 groups. I want 4 groups. You only have 3 groups. That's not 12, Sabrina. Where did your other pieces go? You can't not use them. That's not fair. How many are in each group? You have 4 groups. How many did you put in each group, Caleb? 3. 3 were in each group. You to do with your counters, you're not doing it again, you already did it, is you started with 12, and I asked you to divide them into 2 groups, right?
Yeah.
Yes? No?
Yeah.
Alright. The very first strategy I like to teach is because it makes the most sense to me. Has anyone ever played a board game and had to be, and had to be the dealer to give everybody the same amount of cards? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, Sabrina gets 7 cards, Naviana gets 7 cards, I get 7 cards, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, this strategy is called dealing out. So, by the side, if you want to write the dealing out strategy. This is my favorite strategy because I do it. When I play a game, I almost always use this strategy. So my second number tells me how many groups. This is my whole 12 things divided into 2 groups. In our case, we had 12 counters divided into 2 groups. I'm going to draw 2 groups. Big old circles, not giant, shouldn't take up the whole page. So those are my 2 groups. And then I'm going to deal however many I have. I have 12. 1 for you, 1 for you. Is that fair?
Yes.
Yes, they each have the same number. However, did I use up all my counters?
No.
No, I'm only at 2. So I'm going to keep going. Another one for you, and another one for you. Even?
Yes.
Fair?
Yes.
Did I use up all my counters though?
No.
No, I'm at 4. 5, 6. Did I use up all my counters?
No.
7, 8.
Nope.
9, 10.
No.
11, 12.
Yes.
Are my groups even?
Yes.
Did I use up all my counters?
Yes.
How many did I have in each group?
6.
How many did I have in each group, Kaylee? 6. Question. That first number is our whole. So the total number of things. So in our case, we had 12 counters. That was a total, yes, you're writing. If I'm writing, you're writing. And that second number is the number of groups. So I know a couple of you, when we were talking about what we thought division was, I heard a couple of you say equal groups. You're totally right. Division deals with equal groups. So I had 12 things, and I wanted to put them into 2 groups, evenly, fairly. Namiana, you got this written down? I don't know what you're doing. My last number, my quotient, which is just the answer to a division problem, tells me how many things are in one group. Or each group. So my first number in my division problem is the total number of things. In our case, it was counters. The second number told me how many groups I was splitting up my counters into. In this case, 2. We did our dealing out strategy, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. And my quotient, which is the answer to a division problem, tells me how many, whatever I'm counting, are in each group, or are in one group. Does this make sense?
Yes.
We're going to do it again. So even if you're still a little confused, it's totally okay. So the second time, I had to do 12 counters, and then I had to put it into 3 groups. So let's draw our 3 groups. Alright, let's needle them out. 1, 2, 3. Is that all my counters?
No.
Nope. Keep going. 4, 5, 6. Is that all my counters?
No.
7, 8, 9. Is that all my counters?
No.
Nope. 10, 11, 12.
Yes.
Does that use up all my counters?
Yes.
What's going to be my quotient? What's going to be my quotient? Remember, quotient is my answer to my division problem, and it's how many are in each group or in one group. Caleb? 4. Okay? Make sense? You ready to do it again?
Yes.
Alright, let's do another one. The last time we did 12 counters still, divided into 4 groups. How many big circles am I going to draw? How many big circles am I going to draw? Kaylee? 4, because that's how many groups I need. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm still counting towards 12. I'm still counting towards 12. I can't only put 1 in each. If I have 12 guys, I need to include everybody. Alright? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that fair?
Yes.
No! Is it fair?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it is fair. Did I use all my counters?
No.
No. So we're not quite there yet. We're at 4. I've used 4 guys. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. Have to keep going. 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yes.
Are all my groups equal?
Yes.
That is just as important in division as it is in multiplication. I can't have one group have 10 and another group only have 8. It's got to be fair. All my groups are equal. How many do I have in each group? Yes, 3. That's my quotient. Questions? Your question? Go for it.
So,
Just try a word problem. Okay? What's my first step in doing a word problem? It's been a minute since I've had to do a word problem with you guys. Ooh, what is my first step when I'm solving a word problem? Not a trick question, guys. Not a trick question. Namiana? Read. I should probably read it, right? If I want to solve it, I should probably start by reading it. It says, Lee has 27 toy cars. Quit messing with your counters. Becky wants to give to his 3 brothers. He wants each brother to receive the same amount of cars. How many cars should he give to each brother? He's giving away 27 of them. Okay? So he's got 27 cars that he's giving to his 3 brothers. He wants each brother to receive the same amount of cars. How many cars should he give to each brother? Can you picture that? Somebody having a bunch of toy cars and giving them to his brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. What's going to be my unit? What am I counting? That's always step 2. I need to know what I'm counting. What am I counting? Madeline? I am counting toy cars. What's my answer sentence? It's tricky. Look at that question. I am not a question. You should be looking up there. Ava, what's going to be my answer sentence?
We gave blank amount to each of his brothers.
Okay. Gave blank cars. This is the important part. To each brother. He's not giving them to one brother. He's giving some to brother 1, some to brother 2, and some to brother 3. I want to know how many each one got. Does that make sense? How many different groups am I going to have? How many groups am I organizing these cars into? Ada Rosa? 3. Why 3?
Because he said he says he wants to get 3 cars.
Not 3 toy cars. He's giving them to 3 brothers, right? So here's brother 1, brother 2, brother 3. He's not giving them all to one. He's trying to be fair. Alright? 1 for you, 1 for you, 1 for you. Is that fair?
Yes.
Yes. Wait, how many do I have to give out again? How many toy cars is he giving out? Piper? So I'm going to stop at 27, right? I'm at 1, 2, 3. Let's keep going. 4, 5, 6. We're going to keep going?
Yeah.
7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. I'm going to make these tally marks, so I'm going to cross. 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18. Holy moly, he's got a lot of cars. 19, 20, 21. We're almost there. Almost there. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Are all my groups fair?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah. So did he do that fairly?
Yes.
Yeah. Can somebody tell me what would be my math equation that goes with that work that we just did? What math equation fits the work that we just did? Ryan?
27 divided by 3.
Beautiful. I knew I had 27 things, in this case 27 cars, and I had to divide it by my 3 bros, probably younger if I'm giving them toy cars, and I needed to figure out how many I was going to give to each one. How many am I going to give to each brother? How many cars am I going to give to each brother? Ava?
8. Yeah, 8.
Are you sure?
No.
Huh? 9. 9 cars is what each brother is going to get. That makes sense?
Yes.
Vision's not so tricky, huh?
No. Nope.
Not yet. Alright, let's do another one. Draw a line under that work. We're going to do another one.
You
can use the back page.
here.
You can use the back of that page. It reads, Courtney, Gabriella, and Cheyenne have 18 apple slices to share. How many slices will each person get? I've read the problem to you. What's my next step that I always do that some of you like to skip? That was me next. Courtney, Gabrielle, and Cheyenne have 18 apple slices to share. How many slices will each person get? Finley? What's next step? Yeah, what is my unit? What am I counting? I'm counting apple slices. What's going to be my answer sentence? Gabrielle, you want to give it a go?
Each person gets like.
I love it. Each person gets blank apple slices. Each person gets blank apple slices. Now, instead of doing circles and dots, which is the strategy we just did, I'm going to show you how to do it with a bar model. Remember, bar models, circles, and dots are really the same thing. One is just circles, and the other one is more of a box. Okay? When I'm doing a bar model, I always start with my big bar. And that bar always equals what? The whole, the total amount. Always. Do I know the total amount of, what am I counting? Apple slices. Do I know the total amount of apple slices? Yes, I do. I do know the total amount of apple slices. What is the total amount of apple slices? Kaylee? 18. I have 18 apple slices. I'm going to break it into groups. Probably people, right? How many people am I splitting these apple slices into, Emily? 3. So I'm going to break my bar into 3 groups. Here's Cheyenne's group, here's Gabriella, and here's Courtney. Now I need to figure out how many go in each box. If I were you, I would start with something easy. Like maybe your 2s or your 5s or 10s. If I put 2 in each box, 2, 4, 6. Does that equal 18?
No.
No. So are they going to get more than 2 slices or less than 2 slices?
More.
All right, let's try 5s because I like 5s and I can figure that out. 5, 10, 15. Is 15 18?
No.
So are they going to get less than 5 or more than 5? More than 5. All right, let's try 10s.
No.
10, 20,
30.
30. Is that more than 18 or less than 18?
More.
More. So it's got to be less than 10, but higher than 5. Hey, wait a second. I know my whole 18 divided by, here are some groups, equals something. I could switch that around, and instead of doing whole divided by part equals part, I could do part times part equals whole. Piper, what do you think that's going to be?
Wait. I know.
Go for it.
We're skipping.
Yep, go for it.
6.
6 plus 6 is 12, plus another 6 is
18.
So could I do this? 3 groups of something equals 18. 3 groups of something equals 18. That's interesting. Piper?
Can I share how I found out?
Not right this second. Gabriella?
6.
Still 6. How many apple slices is each person going to get?
6.
Kaylee? 6. That's interesting. So if I'm flipping this question, I might say, I think division is, and then give me some sentences. We've talked about division a couple different ways today. If you need to give me some math examples to go with your writing, that's totally fine. But sentences and math are awesome. You got about 5 minutes to get your thoughts down. We learned a little bit about division today. Tell me, what do you think division is?